Doc Loves the Kids, a local Kitsap County nonprofit organization established in 2015 whose mission is to provide activities, programs, and community support for at-risk youth.
They put the U in community.
Doc Loves the Kids.
Welcome to Uncommon Courtesy.
We give you the courtesy of conversation
that's uncommonly spoke of.
I'm D-Mac.
I'm Wesley.
And this is the show. Don't forget to like, listen, subscribe. Thanks everybody for checks us out. Thanks everybody that sticks with us through everything. Don't forget to catch us at 1 p.m. every Sunday for our discussion. The last one was just off the chain. I loved it.
Pacific Standard Time. Standard Time.
It was great. It was great. It was great. Oh, I thought I had something in my beard, but it's my gray hair. It's called wisdom.
I got a lot of stuff in mind. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. That happens when you get old.
Or better, one of the two. I forget which one it is.
Yeah, you should tell everybody how it used to be to ride the dinosaurs. Anyway, we want to start off with
Missouri man executes a man for the 1998 killing of a woman despite her family's calls to spare his life. A Missouri man convicted of breaking into a woman's home and repeatedly stabbing her was executed Tuesday over the objections of the victim's family and the prosecutor, who wanted the death sentence commuted to life in prison. Marcellus Williams, 55, was convicted in the 1998 killing of Alicia Gale, who was stabbed during the burglary of her suburban St. Louis home. Williams was put to death despite questions his attorneys raised over jury selection at his trial and the handling of evidence in the case. His clemency petition focused heavily on how Gale's relatives wanted Williams' sentence commuted to life without the possibility of parole. The family defines closure as Marcellus being allowed to live, the petition stated. Marcellus' execution is not necessary. As Williams lay awaiting execution, he appeared to converse with spiritual advisor seated next to him. Williams wiggled his feet underneath the white sheet that was pulled up to his neck, moved to his head slightly while spiritual advisor continued to talk. Then Williams' chest heaved about a half dozen times and showed no further movement. So
it says Williams' attorney argued that the DNA was not on the murder weapon and that his 2001 trial was unfair, saying that the trial lawyer dismissed a juror based on race and that there was only one black juror on the panel, and Williams was black. St. Louis County Prosecutor Attorney General Wells sought to halt the execution, saying DNA experts concluded William was excluded from DNA found on the murder weapon through testing that was not available at the time of the trial. So the man was innocent. He didn't do it, spent 20 years in jail, and they still killed him. You know what I'm saying? And I think the lady Felicia, she was black also.
No, prosecutor, the woman who died,
yeah,
she was white. She was
really?
A white woman. Yeah,
that's crazy how they just this is not the first time this has happened, especially in Missouri. He has a hard time of letting black people out of jail that are innocent. You know what I'm saying? He likes to keep his slave labor. And the thing is crazy. It's like, look, this black person didn't do it, but you're still going to lock this one up and let the murderer run free.
Well, let me just say this, okay? It says authorities said Williams stole a jacket to conceal blood on his shirt. His girlfriend asked him why he would wear a jacket on a hot day. She said she later saw the purse and laptop in his car and that Williams sold the computer a day or two later.
So he was there.
He said prosecutors also cited testimony from Henry Cole, who shared a cell with Williams. I mean, I don't do jailhouse confessions. I don't do that at all. I won't even read that. That's crap, because I know that's a lot of times what prosecutors do stuff like that. They'll get a guy who's already locked up and they'll get him to go ahead and say, hey, this guy confessed to me and said this, just to give him less time on whatever crime he's in jail for. Because you can't say whether the person said it to you or not. You're sitting in a cell. I mean, this person could say you said anything to him. That's why people who are on trial for murder or any kind of serious crime should probably be alone in a cell without but
cellmate. Yeah.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, man, I mean, there's some other stuff on here that I could read. That's why I was saying earlier, we don't know what happened. I'm not going to say whether he did or whether he didn't do it, but does seem like he maybe not been the one who actually stabbed her.
Yes.
And
that's what but he was there, and it was someone else.
There.
And the thing about it, and I guess a witness was scared to come out even to this day. They were like, look, I still fear the person to this day that did it. And the whole thing, I tell my kids that, I'm like, look, man, you're guilty. You can be guilty by association. If you're at a store and your friend's stealing and you're with them, you did it too.
I mean, and that's a fact. That's how the laws are set up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I mean, if the woman was stabbed 43 times, that's a heinous crime. You know what I mean? You stab somebody 43 times, that's excessive, bro. I'm pretty sure she's after the first, I mean, even that probably before you stabbed her, she probably was go ahead and take whatever you got. But this person had some kind of a bloodlust, something going on with them to stab someone 43 times, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and if you were there, I'm not saying he was or if he was not, may God rest his soul, however, however it went. If you were there and you didn't step in to stop that, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you belong to, you deserve to be in jail. But I mean, like, if he wasn't the killer, if the man,
I,
if they agreed on life in prison, I'm saying I guess he wasn't, I'll correct myself. He wasn't an innocent man, but he wasn't the murderer. Who's the murderer?
and
Who
that's
did it?
another thing. I mean, I'm sure if you have the person's DNA evidence, this person's probably committed another crime, unless they were really, 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 really smart. And they just stayed away from, just cut out everything in general and just didn't do 23s and me's or anything like that. And what is it called?
And
23 and me,
he could have been
whatever
told
that
on
is.
him. That's crazy. There's a lot of dudes that are in jail, and it's crazy how you was with somebody and they're a dumbass. They did a crime. You got caught for it, and you're
But
going to spend the rest of your life in jail because you don't want to say that. I understand if you live a
I don't.
street life, but if you're a civilian,
Yeah.
like think about, okay, I'll take it for example, C Murder, Master
Okay.
P's brother.
Yeah.
He's in jail for shooting a 16-year-old at a nightclub. He didn't do it. It was some other guy. Master P says it all the time. He's like, yo, someone asked him, he's like, what does your brother have to do to get out of jail? What do you have to do? And Master P says he knows what he has to do. And he has to say that it was this guy. The guy that did it is already dead. So it wouldn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Just like T.I.'s like, yeah, I told on my brother because my brother, he had a dream. He said, just say I did it. And he did it. The guy's already dead. But C Murder, he's holding loyalty to a street that ain't got no love for nobody. You know what I'm saying? You don't even own a home on the streets.
We got to remember who's Corey Miller is too at the same time and what background that he comes from. I mean, some people who
that's cool, but I mean,
lifestyle,
don't you want to have a background of grandpa and holding your kid on your lap? Don't you want to have the background to watch your daughter get married?
This is how I have to look at like this. You make a decision, and you make decisions in life, and either you're going to stick to them or you're going to be a person who says, you know what, this other stuff that I don't do it initially. That's my whole thing. Don't get into it. Don't start it initially. If you're gonna become the dude who now all of a sudden wants to be the person who wants to be a grandpa and wants to be all this other stuff, then don't get into it to begin with, because now you want that you're allowing what your new morality, for so-called found morality that you found in jail when you get caught, to become the new code of what you should be dealing with. Nah, don't do that. What about the other person who you're about to tell on and get all the time? Because in reality, he was there. You know what I mean? I don't know if this guy was here or not. What he was saying is he had nothing to do with it. He did not kill her. He wasn't there. So he probably couldn't turn around and say, well, this guy did it.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of like the young Dolph trial that's going on right now also. You know what I'm saying? They caught the murderers. They said, have you seen that? They caught the murderers.
That dude's a snitch. The dude's a snitch who's telling.
He's snitching on, he's a snitch. He's telling on his friend. And see, I mean, this should just teach people about street code. Young Dolph was worth millions of dollars. One of those dudes could have went up to Young Dolph like, hey, I need a record contract. The hit was for $100,000. Yo Gotti's brother was the one that put the hit on Young Dolph.
Allegedly.
Okay, that's what they're saying in the court. And then when the guys did the hit, they thought they were going to split the money and start their rap career. They only got $800. They only got paid.
One dude only got $800. The one dude only got $800. I mean, if you look at him, man, look, this dude, honestly, if that's how easy it was, that guy straight drop who was he was in videos with Young Dolph. He didn't get a rap career. He was in videos with him, hung out with him, all kinds of stuff. He's one of the people who allegedly killed him. No, but this dude, now that it's easy and it's convenient for a defense attorney to come out with some elaborate story that this person's brother helped to do X, Y, and Z in order to get all this stuff done. You know what I mean? This is probably why
they killed Big Jock at a funeral.
Yeah, but this is probably why Marcellus Williams it's harder for people like him to get off later, because after 20, 30 years, everyone feels contrite. We've all grown up past the point. We've all forgiven. So, but if I'm a judge, I have to almost stick with something for the safety of not safety, but for the sake of the original, how people originally felt about what happened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're right by killing this guy, because I don't know if he did it or not. But what I'm saying is, like, we all, like a family, we will forgive anyone after 30 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? You've grown, you've gotten to a point in your life. You know what I mean?
Bro, I still want to slap the doctor to smack my ass and give me life.
You know what I mean, though. Like, family, sometimes as you get older, you start looking at things a little bit differently. You start becoming a little more spiritual.
Well, you have to give that person forgiveness so you can let it go in your own heart. Because for me, I hold on to revenge.
No, absolutely, and a lot of people
Yeah.
do, but that's why I'm saying we don't know what happened with this dude. It's hard to to listen to when his DNA wasn't on the murder weapon, but he has a possession of everything else. But that could have been a person who just said, you know what, hey, get the stuff off of me. You know what I mean? Here you go, get this stuff, just sell this stuff for me.
Here,
that's
hold
what
this. Hey man, the heat might be on me. Hold this for.
Boom.
But still,
And
that makes you a co-conspirator.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And at that point in time, if you murdered somebody, listen, I'm not a person, I'm not going to involve myself in stupid stuff. But if you murder somebody, you gave me that stolen stuff you stole from the murder victim, and I didn't know, you better go ahead and let them know what's up.
No, I have a friend like that. He was understand why his partner was mad at him. And so they was somewhere, somebody saw he had a pistol, they was walking, and he sees the cops come, so he takes his bag of dope or whatever and puts it in his friend's pocket. You know what I'm saying? And so the cops saw it, and the cops like, come over here. So now they both got the same charge. And he's like, well, I don't understand why he's mad. He should have been my road dog. I'm like, well, I'd be mad too, bro. You put me in that situation. You know what I'm saying?
But was the person who threw the dope in the back of the person's car? Did he put it? They was walking.
They was walking, and homeboy was like, swoops. And the cop saw it, and he was like, the cop didn't have no right to search him. I'm like, yes, he did. If the cop saw you make the handoff, he's part of the investigation now. You know what I'm saying?
All I know is I'm looking at the cop like, you saw what just happened. I ain't got to say nothing at this point in time. Like, it was a dope. Hey, I didn't have possession of any of this. You saw the transfer. I didn't ask for it. You know
and I'm just saying, a lot of kids need to wake up. Like, look, man, that street life ain't worth it. You can tell by this guy. Look, he just got executed over a laptop and a purse. That's today. Think about it. If you stole a laptop in 2001, it's worthless in 2003. Yep. You know what I'm saying? That purse, no one even cares about that style no more. Show me a purse people carry around the 90s that you still got walking right now. So look,
not only
dude's in jail snitching on his homeboy over $800.
All right, but in reality, he also got $50,000 allegedly given to his attorney too. Paid for his attorney paid for. You did a bad hit. Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? But you did a bad hit. That's on you. You know what I mean? It was a bad hit. It went bad. The car you used the bad car, the same car was in the rap video, same house.
Same car that's in the rap video, same car that said the Google. You do Google Maps, the car's in front of them, dude. They like,
you know what I mean? Like you had the same hat on that you had on the video, all kind of weird stuff. It's all bad business. But the point of it, you know,
criminals aren't smart. That's why they're in jail, bro. That's just,
I'm not gonna say.
A lot of people tell on you, right? But a lot of people are stupid. They do.
They do a lot of stupid stuff. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You got the